Okay, so how do you know that your water quality tests are right? You've built your system, you've got your fish in there, and you're looking at those water quality test kits, and you're looking at the dropper, you're going, is that the right result? How do you know? So the whole point of this video is to help you identify how you know. And I'm going to show you how I knew when something wasn't quite right. So I'm going to give you the personal example showing that someone of even 15 years experience within aquaculture and aquaponics can still have put a wrong drop in or something like that, but how you can identify that you have done that when you haven't realized. How do I know that my water quality test results are right? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm putting videos up every couple of days, so make sure that you hit subscribe so you can get all of them. G'day. So when you're testing your water, you'll get to understand where everything is at. Okay, it'll take a little bit of time for you to get used to how things work, but you should eventually know where everything is at within your system. So you should have an idea of, you should have good bacteria in that, so you shouldn't really be having ammonia and nitrite. But if you do, that's why we're testing. We're wanting to test basically to make sure we don't have it. Sorry to interrupt. Look, to really boost your aquaponics learning, jump on over to my website for some free online training, and it's really structured and it's going to help you get a really good grasp of how this works rather than trying to pick it bits and pieces everywhere. Let's get the foundations happening, okay? So some free online training at www.theaquaponicslady.com. Jump on over and get your free training. One test that we're needing to make sure of, iron, this is what we need to add on a constant level. And you should have an indicator or an idea within yourself as to how things are going, and your plants can tell you. So if they're starting to turn a bit yellow, but got, I don't have an iron deficiency, I can't show it, but I have got another video that will show you. But your plants will actually show you if you're having any form of nutrient deficiency. But you really should have a bit of an understanding and an idea of what's happening within yourself. So a week went past, got a bit of water happening on the roof here. I usually add iron every week, but I test before I add. Too much iron can be toxic to your fish, so there is the level and there is a video about that. But here's the thing, you should have a bit of an idea as to where things are at. So I tested, it had been a week since I had added iron, and I should be needing to add iron. I tested it and came up with this result. Now that is showing 2 parts per million of iron. And I went, because normally as I'm adding each week, I'm going, yeah, that's not quite right. So I tested it again, and that came up with 0 parts per million. So okay, 2 totally different results. Same water within minutes of each other. And I had obviously waited the time frame that it was required. And here's the thing, I knew this one could not be right, because when I added iron, I also checked to make sure after I've added it an hour later where the level is at, just so I can make sure I'm not putting too much in. Always add small amounts, never put too much in. When I tested it initially that week earlier, and I also record everything, it was not at this level. So what happened? Was my test tube dirty, which I'm fairly meticulous about, but it does happen. Did I accidentally put too many drops in? I'm fairly careful about not doing that too, but you know what? I got that result. This is telling me something is definitely not right with what I'm doing. So I was fairly confident that was right. I tested the water again 3 times, and I got the same result twice. So that's what I'm going to go with, and that is what my logic says it should be. I wasn't getting any signs within my plants that I needed to add iron desperately, but I knew, because I know my system. Every week I'm adding iron. There is no way, especially considering when I initially tested it, it wasn't even that high. There's no way it could be that high after a week of the plants taking things. So the point is here is that you need to have a bit of an idea as to what's happening within your system. So I knew that reading was wrong. When in doubt, test again. Much better to test again rather than me going, oh crap, I need to do a water exchange. Which if you're on town water like I am, that means you've got to make sure you've got enough water that's rainwater or something like that, so you're not putting chlorine in your system to kill your bacteria. So we've got to be aware of that. Or crikey, I need to add more iron because it's too low. when you've done the test wrong. I've been testing water since 2007, 6, 7. I've had aquariums since I was a knee-high to a grasshopper. I know how to test water, but I still make mistakes. I still don't clean out the test tubes as quickly as I should, therefore it can stain the glass. I occasionally, if I'm in a hurry, I will put an extra drop in, and yes, it makes a huge difference. I still make mistakes. I volunteered at a major aquarium where one day a week all I did for 8 hours was test aquarium water at all of the different exhibits. I kind of know what I'm doing with this, so when I give people information, I kind of do have a very good idea, as well as having studied in aquaculture. But I make mistakes too, and this is just to show you, I got a seriously strong result when I shouldn't have. But I knew that's not right. Test again. It's not going to hurt you to test again. Much cheaper, easier, and less stress to test again rather than add too much or not look after something or do something wrong. Okay, so a little bit of advice there from me to you, and I've got to move because I'm getting wet with this water dripping down off the roof here. It's just, yeah. All right, see you next time. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions or comments, make sure you do leave them below, and hit that subscribe button so you can find out when I've got more videos being posted. And don't forget to follow me on other social media, because I do different lives on different social media on different days. So, again, thank you for watching. I really value and appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed it.